For me, like I think the pattern I've followed, and the reason why I ship like very short projects fast is mostly that like there's like a log curve of value you get from anything you do, right? In projects. And so like the first 2 days of like learning an entirely new subject, if you guys go home and build a computer in Minecraft or something, right? You're gonna learn like shit ton for the first 24 hours and like a great amount for the next 48, but like it just keeps going down over that.
Yeah.
And then like, to be clear, there's tons of value at the end of this log curve. Like if you stick on this, right? And you spend like 10 years in one area or even just 3 years in one area, by the end of that, you know a lot more because the small pits really matter.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like if you spend 6 months on something, but you're not totally really trying to maximize your speed of learning, like, dude, do a project for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, give yourself a time of I have to ship something in this space for 2 weeks, learn it, and then start, unless it's going to go all the way. If it's a startup, it's actually going to take off. For us, there's a Discord bot. I thought I was going to quit after it. The idea was like, we're just going to fire off a lot of shots. The first one just hit, and we're like, okay, we have to commit now. And we did, right? And I think, but if it's not worth committing to, like a Figma computer, I'm not adding a single more feature to that thing. Right? Probably not. And the reason why is like, it would be cool, but like it's not worth my time, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm young, you're young, you should be exploring and learning and doing things. If you have something that really takes off, absolutely go for it. Go chase that log curve all the way down. But if it's not going to work out, like what are you doing? You know, like don't spend a bunch of time on it if it's not going to work out for you, not learning that much. And so I guess that's my kind of suggestion there, which is like learn, explore. I think Ollie Partovi has like a blog post about this, which is like explore, don't commit. That I think is amazing. I think he makes a great point. There's like constantly college students are trying to like commit to go build a startup for 4 years. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like this is a time in which you are supposed to explore. Don't commit to things, explore a bunch of different things. You can commit later. And like actually that's where a lot of value is. And I think that's absolutely true.
But how much of that is pressure from like social media, pressure from just seeing, like you said, the success, people who look successful aren't the people
it's not
pressure at all.
I think I mean, it kind of is. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of pressure in the world. But I would say that like, okay, even like when I talk to people who are just starting out building, the thing they always pitch me is like vastly ambitious and like kind of cool, but like still insanely ambitious. They're like, oh, like I got this guy DMing me the other day. He's like, hey, Will, I'm trying to get started coding. I'm like, I'm trying to build a blockchain. You know, I'm like, don't start with a blockchain if you're just starting coding. Like, you want to do something different.
Go build Snake.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this idea though is like, if you're young and you're looking up, like, oh, I want to do something ambitious, and that's what you've seen before as like what's large. And so I guess that's one thing there.
So if I want to start coding tomorrow, what project are you going to tell me to build?
Something you like. You know what my first website is?
What?
It's not my first website. It's probably like my second or third. No, it's my second or something. It's myfirstnda.com. I think it's still up. I'm actually pretty sure it's still up. It's my first non-disclosure agreement. It's like a pink non-disclosure agreement. The idea is, my first shaving kit, that thing we will give kids. It's like my first non-disclosure agreement. So it's like a non-disclosure agreement for like kids. It's the dumbest idea I've ever thought of in my life. But I was like, this is kind of funny. Also, you should check it. It's like entirely pink. I've used it before to like make someone sign an NDA.
Oh my God.
What is it? It's just my first
NDA.com.
myfirstnda.com.
It's amazing. It's one of the favorite things I've ever built, actually.
It's just pink. Why is it pink? Hey, is Emily being a B word? Hey, man. Damn, Emily.
Anyways, you can do Command P and you can print it out and use it. I'm not liable for anything you do on there. I realize I just said that it's legal. It's not legal. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
How old were you when you made this?
I don't know. This is the same thing, like 17, 18 or something.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing I've gotten from everything he said is like no one should tell you what to build. You should.
Also, why did I do that? And why did I have energy spending a bunch of time on this? I thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. And like the point is, most of my projects I've done because I thought it was funny or cool or interesting or exciting. And like that's why I do stuff. And it gives you outmatched energy and excitement for things. And like honestly, if you're gonna build the first thing, try to reset your kind of focus towards like, okay, there's two key things here I think are really helpful. One thing is a lot of people's like kind of reward kind of like function basically is like kind of based off of like the process. How much do you enjoy the process of building? Like most people start off like this. We're like, oh, I'm not enjoying the project anymore, so I quit. Like, no, you should rewire yourself to only care about the ship, which is like, get it out there, get people to use it. If you're only focusing on your process, because like for me, I will walk through like miles of shit of like any project for the result, for what can happen at the end, you know? And I think that's one thing. And the other thing is like, just kind of do something like, rewire your brain to think of something simple that's exciting. Like that's simple. It's just a React website. It's not even that well coded, but it's exciting and something I enjoy, and you can just keep going up from there. And like even just like screwing around with a website is like something that you should start at. Like just go build something dumb. Like that's actually the best advice I have. Or build a game. Games are great. We all love games, and so building a game is like fun, and you learn so much coding doing a game.
Yeah.
So